situation.
Stop
Jungling,
let's push.
What a game. What a game. VP looked dominant. 40 minutes of Virtus Pro leading the charge. Nightfall on that Dawnbreaker. OG fought back. Seb stuns, Thompson shackle shots, Sumail turning into Sand King, and OG did it. A game 1 victory.
Yeah, I mean, this is just quality Dota. A couple of mistakes in the end, not popping some BKBs. Now that I'm thinking about it, you know, that Radiance didn't really make that much of a difference.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, I was thinking about the Nullifier, but the Wind Ranger has, that I didn't mention, level 15 Undispellable Wind Run. Still, I feel something different. Could have been maybe better, but, you know, can't think about it right now. We'll just focus on this game. Bounty Hunter banned out.
10 seconds.
A worthy ban. They've caused them a lot of problems.
Dyer's ban
Especially with that Dawnbreaker just TPing across the map on top of him. Ion shelled up and that good. Do you ban Dawnbreaker here as well? Because OG's lanes didn't.
They got stomped in the lane. Like, the Ranger died 2 times in a row.
10
Bottom lane was
seconds.
not doing well. Top lane was a disaster. They needed to adjust the lanes to have Nyx Assassin against the Darkseer, Mana Burn, Carapace, just be more annoying. And then your Ancient Apparition played the top lane, got caught out of the position, died, gave Dawnbreaker a perfect game. I don't think you can ask for more. It was 10 minutes, Phase Boots, Soul Ring, Magic Wand,
7-0-5.
and an Echo Saber. Yeah.
If they're thinking about this, and do we ban the IO? Do we ban the Tiny? Do we want to try and pick those coming into our pick phase? We get rid of the IO.
No, they need to
the
ban
AAs.
IO, no doubt about it. Show, Ancient Apparition, Tiny. So how can they amplify Tiny? Lycan with the Aghanim Scepter. We saw anyone who can buy a Solar Crest. We saw
Ogre.
Invoker, Ogre. What else is there? Press the attack from Legion Commander.
10 seconds.
If Tiny. The beauty of Tiny is can be played at multiple roles. Can be mid. Can be off lane. See, off lane. Southeast Asian played it times. Played it as a position 5.
Undying wakes. Dyer's turn.
That's a classic, isn't it? VP Undying, but then into the Earth Spirit. There, picking up both of your supports early on, unless that Undying switches over to a core.
I heard some stories, Gary.
So right.
Made Undying, offlane Undying. We've that one before.
5
core
seconds remaining.
The Edition 1 with Virtus Pro, you never know.
There's whispers out there. Yeah, if you're bringing out Dawnbreaker, oh, there it is. You called it. We saw Elephant do this earlier on. Aghanim's Lycan. That Helmet of the Overlord, get an Aghanim Scepter, and you bite the Tiny.
It's a lot of items, ton of gold that you need to farm, but eventually it's gonna come to that. Tiny is a hero that plays early game really well, if that's a position 1.
5 seconds remaining.
And by time, while Lycan, it just does his own thing, gets the creep with the helm, upgrades the helm, gets ancient creep, becomes even more annoying, so you need to start thinking about how to deal with Lycan. Tidehunter is also out. Better counters in general.
Especially if you get that Thunderhide, what is it, 75 attack speed for 8 seconds on a wolf-bitten Tiny.
5 seconds
people
remaining.
around. It does also potentially show 2 core heroes early on from OG. Could Virtus Pro aim towards a couple of these support heroes? What are you looking towards? Like a Snapfire maybe up against this Undying?
The Dyer get a
Kill off the
ban.
Tombstone. Expect that. Clockwork recently.
Saxa plays him. Clockwork. One of the best ones.
Ban.
Does so many things. Super active early on. Very annoying in your face.
Pretty good at tracking back. If Earth Spirit's roaming and rotating from lane to lane, Clock's pretty good at following that floating hero.
10 seconds.
Well, they don't latch onto any of the cores for early kills.
5 seconds remaining.
There's tons of options out there, though. Shadow Shaman, Lion, Snapfire. Nature's Prophet, something that OG have picked up in that support position too. Do move away from that potential of
Dyer's ban
global
now.
presence, though.
Radiant's turn to ban.
Very fast bans, aren't they? Bristle, Bat, Timber.
不会吧？
I was thinking about tiny counters. See a lot of tiny being picked. We see a lot banned. We might see some percentage-based damage. We might see Phoenix, something that
10 seconds.
egg early on.
Radiant's turn to pick.
Sunray,
Dyer's turn
Where-
to
where- where's-
Underlord, and
I was just about to say, where's that Necro? Because we saw him banned earlier on today, didn't we? There it comes.
also Timbersaw worked well. Ton of pressure in the lane. You cannot kill him with tiny. You also don't max out your spells. Giving Timbersaw pretty much a free game. So
10 seconds.
I believe throughout this tournament, if there's a tiny or tiny, where
5 seconds
Timbersaw
remaining.
banned out by the tiny team, straight up picked up by the other. Virtus Pro playing Radiant, 3 green heroes. Please, 5 out of 5.
Who else have you got on your list?
Pugna,
Wind Ranger, Pugna. Nature's Prophet maybe is in there. Treant. I do like a bit of heal stacking as well. Undying, Necro, you got these heals building up. Throw a Treant in there as well. Unkillable. Well, OG have got to start showing something.
Dyer's turn to pick.
Got these 2 beefy boys. There's the snap.
Fire You Cold, great against Undying, ton of damage. Necrophos,
It's always nice having a hero who can force the Ghost Shroud on Necro, right? Like we used to see Shadow Fiend, Batrider being banned here would be nice as well, but someone who can either do physical damage to force the
5
Shroud and then
seconds
magic
remaining.
damage into it, like you go up to Necro, you little shredder. Oh, he's got a Ghost Shroud. Then you've got the Kisses and the Scatter Blaster. Burst through that green Shroud of his.
Last Rax. Another good hero. Maybe it's a bit of an overkill.
Oracle.
Spell against the Ghost Shroud.
Or Oracle. Dobson, Oracle mid.
I mean,
The
Sumail did it.
spell Necro, and magical damage.
When was that? Was it when Sumail first joined OG?
10
Trying to remember. He definitely played a handful of games of mid
I
Oracle.
also remember Notedale playing it
Да нет,
mid.
друг,
Yeah,
я
it's
не
true.
оправдываюсь.
Definitely a possibility then. And VP stack even more heals. Back in with the Dawnbreaker. We're pretty sold with the position 1 Dawnbreaker, weren't we? But not necessarily the case here.
10 seconds.
They can swap things around. Like Earth Spirit has been played on the mid lane. I think
5
ton of potential
seconds
for it.
remaining.
Necro, very flexible. Can be mid, off lane.
Radiant's turn to ban.
Respect for GPK.
Dyer's ban now.
Tops and straight. It's like VP, maybe expecting the Icon 3, the tiny one. Then again, we have seen some Monkey 4.
10
The
seconds.
bootsless Monkey King roaming around the map.
5 seconds remaining.
Meets
OG has a lot of boxes checked. One thing that you need to think about is having enough to kill the tier 3 towers. I think if Virtus Pro had like a different hero that could potentially just end the game early, would have made the difference. This case, Lycan Tiny, you don't have to worry about it. Even Snapfire just lowering the armor tower works.
You think they've got enough stuns on OG? Cookie, Fortune's End, Avalanche Toss.
Yes,
Here's
Tiny
the
provides you
Radiant
with the
ban.
stun. You need Cookie. You have a root from Oracle.
Cookie onto a shapeshifted
Dyer's
unit.
turn to pick.
Right on top of hero. What's your final magical pick, hero?
Да нет, друг, я не оправдываюсь.
Oracle just completely Necro. Cast point
10 seconds left by my count.
long on Necro ulti.
5 seconds
It puts the
remaining.
Fate Edict
Yeah,
from someone
there's
who
no damage.
negates it. Oracle does so well across the board against the Necro. And usually when that's the case, right, you have a support hero countering a core. You'd like to shift the core hero into a support role so the countering doesn't matter so much, but you can't play Net 5, can you? Necro support's not going to work, is it?
Definitely not. I mean, everything's doable if you don't
Put your
wanna-
mind to
yeah,
it.
Exactly.
Don't you dare pick tight.
I think just Prophet rounds things out, so they do come back with a little more of that global presence. Nightfall
And more
DM.
green. Yeah, 4 out of 5 are green.
I guess Dawnbreaker's, reflecting with the shiny
Reflecting
gold and
from
stuff.
Necro, yeah.
Golden green. Nature's Prophet says golden green.
That counts as 2. That's 5 out of 5.
Hell yeah. So GPK mid Necro. Who's he going to be against then? The Tops and Clinks? Oh man.
Aura doesn't affect Links that much. He gets the levels. He's not affected by heals. And can harass Necro. Trades pretty well. Needs to be very careful about rotation. Spirit.
And he buys Maelstrom as well. Can you Burning Barrage into the Ghost Shroud? I guess it's not going to matter so much when you've got Fortune's End. But if you Burning Barrage, can you, get Maelstrom procs? It's physical damage, but...
That's a good question, Gary. I didn't get that email.
Me neither.
I would say no. Maybe if like procs.
I would say
on
no, maybe.
No, I would say no.
Yes.
But if attack like a different target, pretty sure you
The
can.
Maelstrom will
get the
bounce
proc.
back
Yeah,
onto him. Yeah, that makes This draft looks good. They've taken elements from Elephant, from Big Gaming. They've got their own little spin on things as well. Saxa and No-Tail on the Snapfire and the Oracle looking real hot. And I'm just really not sold on the GPK Necro up against a hard counter being in position 5.
You're dead.
Oracle just completely ruins that hero, so we'll see how that works. Also, doesn't strike me as a hero, GPK hero, because you don't move. This hero is super low. Can't really move around the map.
He's one of the slugs.
Exactly.
Slugs. A Seb on his Lycan. The charge for OG. Battle initiation. As we get ourselves underway.
Prepare to make way.
Who made you
G.
captain?
What are we at now? 5-0.
Admiral.
Virtus Pro 4-1. Game 2 here between the two squads. It looks like Virtus Pro want to try and set the dynamic themselves. Already smoking up and wandering across the map. Lycan Wolf, I think he got a little bit body blocked there.
He might have felt it.
Sometimes happens,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, professional players do know.
And there's
No-Tail.
No-Tail. Oh, he's popped the smoke. Is he going to get rolled upon? No, save doesn't land it. Cookie
He
disengages.
forgot to use the Storm Remnant.
As long as we stay positive, we'll win. As long as
I
we
gotta
stay
save those
positive.
Storm Remnants for later.
Best to last.
It feels good to be this good.
30 seconds
And they'll also hold on to that mid-tier 1, make sure there's no dewarding nonsense going on either. So Virtus Pro's first move, not paying off for them. Where are we putting these lanes? Seb down to bottom on the
It
Lycan.
feels good to be this.
Assume paired up with Saxa. That Snapfire, so that's going to leave No-Tail and Sumail towards top on that Oracle Tiny.
Cast off the
A little bit
line.
risky to contest this top bounty rune though. Kingslayer, DM and save all around.
Yeah, you don't fight against
him
Undying. That's unwritten rule. Unless he's alone and you have vision of other 4 heroes.
That's when it's allowed. Observer Ward from VP. You're going to be scouting out any stacks that the Oracle's going to try and make. What is it? Save and DM top. This Earth Spirit and Nature's Prophet. Necro against Planks. Nothing really unexpected here. Of course, Undying against the double strength heroes down at bottom. Should feel pretty good for VP, but it's Seb and Saxa already laying on the pressure towards this Dawnbreaker.
Gotta be careful playing against Undying as 2 strength heroes. Try to keep the distance. Saxa so far doing a good job.
So far, so good. Seb, some good damaging onto them though. Chipping away at their early regen. Force them to expend as much as possible. Cookie back towards the Undying. K's up in a couple of seconds. Seb bullied away from lane by the Kingslayer. Top of the roll in from Save, doing the exact same thing. Battling with Sumail. Force him to eat through those tangos. Raiding out effectively. I think mid lane is the interesting one for me. How does Klinks match up against Necrophos? Because 8 and 4 on GPK so far. Starting to dominate the lane, isn't he?
I thought Klinks is going to be able to trade a bit better, but Necro just playing on the high ground, having extra regen, killing the creep.
I guess 48 base damage against 62 base damage. The big difference between the two mid laners.
And GPK even bought a casual Ring of Protection because he knows that pretty much all physical damage.
Oh, Thompson can't really deny, can he? He'll get last hits here and there, but he can't really deny against the Necros. That's going to be always free regen for the Necrophos. Saints are going to be dragging that wave. Pull across down bottom. Nightfall and Kingslayer can do anything about this. Yeah, the wave reconnects itself. Still in a good spot though for OG. A little further back than VP would have liked. Such a nightmare laning against Undying though.
Especially with 2 strength heroes. A bit of a different build coming out from Seb than what we've seen.
And no sticks on either of them, right?
Yeah, did they get any sticks? He decided to go for Crown as a first item compared to Helm that we've seen in the previous series.
Curious choice. Nightfall gives it a go. Gonna attempt and succeed at any pull stack. Tempting. Wants the high five, but I don't think No-Tail will give it to him. And again, peeking all the roll onto No-Tail. DM with the body blocks of the Treants, getting in front of the Oracle. A good avalanche means Mail will hold them back, and any kill attempt gets thwarted. Well, I want to peek in this mid lane again, man, because 29 and 12 is a ridiculous creep score against the 15-0 of Klinks.
It really is, but Thompson, like, he loses the lane, manages to come back. Needs to be a bit careful once Necro hits that level 6. Has a bottle, so can't pick up the water runes. Does not have a point in Skeleton Walk yet. He will get the farm. Eventually. Someone will stack the Ancients for him, stack the camps, some mail.
Even with the roll missing, they've got enough damage to get on top of the Tiny. Hey, just think about it, if Save had landed that roll, it would have been so much simpler. So Mail is a big kill for them to grab too, while GPK back into bully mode, chasing Thompson down. Might even be able to get a kill here. And Thompson, he's just been Reaper's Scythe. He's about to die. GPK, oh, he doesn't have mana for another. Oh man, Thompson.
Skeleton Walk.
30 health. Meanwhile, No-Tail dies up at top.
Tiny's having issues dealing with... Also, he's sitting at 0 armor, Blightstone. Reduces it to -2, so more than 26 damage, which is very nice. Good thing that Thompson did not die there. Getting extra 15 seconds on a death timer could be pretty big. Saxa has a good bro. TP mid. Killed the bottle. Getting killed by Necro this early on as a core is just devastating.
Thankfully, it didn't
It's
happen.
like going to the toilet without pausing the game.
Out of things completely. We saw this in game 1 though, right? The lane domination of Sumail forced to avalanche. She's sprouted up and caught in the trees now. Save has run out of cooldown, so can't keep giving chase. And they do have the salve to fall back on. What's his net worth now? 2,600 on the Necro. What kind of build do we expect from a mid Necro at this point?
He's going for power tread, so there's
No Greaves?
no Guardian Greaves.
Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on, Thompson. Oh, he's dead. Kingslayer's found him, and Sax has already spent his cookie. They scout the stack, so GPK is looking for that, but also hunting Sax's poor little Snapfire. They're TPing in everybody. Saves rolled in. DM's come. They want the mid-tier
Courier's
one.
gonna die. I don't think DM needed to come, but if he summons the Treants, they can push some tower damage.
Looks like it's going to be, at least for now, a cloak and a 1 for GPK. He might be going for that Eternal Shroud build we've seen.
Dire fortified their structures.
Even that tier 1 tower down. Bottom's being pressured. Another disgustingly brilliant laning phase from Virtus Pro.
Oh, Reaper Sight is ready.
Oh, they've got him. Down goes Seb.
35 seconds. Level 4. Once again, Virtus Pro putting a ton of pressure on OG early on.
High five him, man. He's high fived, he's pinged you, and nightfall. That's just tragic, isn't it? Tier 1 tower still alive for now. OG are going to have to sacrifice it though. Saxa might even get dived. Gonna jump to the Celestial Hammer. Just finish off the tower. On mid lane, probably going to be their next port of call. Swing from objective to objective.
Stacks were being taken away from GPK. Right now, he's just the enemy triangle. Ancients are stacked once. Tiny will need a way to come back into the game. Right now, in terms of CS, he's doing okay. Level 5, but he needs to be able to farm up a bit more.
Well, if game 1 was anything to go by, this is going to be another 50-minute barnstormer of a match. Even though it's 6-0 with Virtus Pro. Dominating this laning stage, claiming, what, 2 tier 1 towers by 8 minutes. DD Rune spawn bottom, so they could probably swing up towards the top and get that as well. This map is going to get smaller and smaller for OG every passing minute.
Seems like GPK will go for the casual Sange. I don't mind Kaya Sange, but also Heaven's Halberd is going to be amazing. But you have 3 cores. I think it should be Heaven's Halberd because you are playing against 3 cores who rely on dealing.
That's a beautiful tombstone. Have they got reveal? They don't. They can't see him. He's just invis. Tombstone, Soul Rip, heals it up a little bit, but Sax on top to make short work of it. And we're still building up to these timings. Seb has got the helm. Sax level 4 Snapfire, 9 minutes in. Cookies over the Ancients, but saving Kingslayer as they do Reaper Scythe, no tail. While Sax are chased down by the Earth Spirit, who gives up on that for now.
If you Reaper Scythe Oracle, he can't use his spells against you or
Funnily enough, he can't.
Stop the damage. Thompson, no boots, Javelin, something that we to mail as well. Hit it. Get that Maelstrom, try to farm up.
I'd love to see a heat map of Virtus Pro for the first 10 minutes of this game, because it feels like it's all been this dire triangle, playing incredibly aggressively on the dire side of the map. And Kingslayer, body blocked very nicely by Sam. The Hellbear smashes in front of him. And the Chat Wheel Alliance comes straight after. It does mean, though, top lane completely wide open for DM. Pushing onto that tier 1.
OG will need the buy time. I think Virtus Pro understands that they're so much stronger at the moment. They will have a really good timing on Orchid, so they can cut into backlines, Earth Spirit rolling in, silencing Oracle for a long period of time. Can't use his abilities. Fight with the 2 down. Keep putting the pressure out on the map. Another tower done.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
What's the chances Dawnbreaker goes for Radiance this game, Lacoste?
Oh, I think he's just gonna go Radiance this time around. I don't mind. You're playing the Mischance against Tiny, against Lycan, his units, against Clanks. I think it's a great Radiance game compared to the previous one.
Much better this time.
Oh, for sure.
Radiant
See what he gets up to. I'm just wondering if it's one of those things, you know, he tried it game 1, his team told him, no. Don't do it again.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
VP rally themselves, prepare to fight down bottom, but Notel and Sumail, they've caught them unawares. Roll forward, catching out the Oracle, sprouting him. He's got himself a big edict, but that's not going to save him. No level 6 means no false promise. And OG, they lose Oracle, but get a tower.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Mail's switching his item build, trying to get a Blink Dagger first. I guess thinking is, oh, Dobson, Dawnbreaker, not fast enough. Even tipped him straight away.
Well, Undying on the wrong side of the map for himself.
I think the reason is Tiny queuing up a Blink Dagger is I feel they need to have like a real mid laner while Klinks becomes just position 1.
Yeah. That makes sense. Thompson becomes more the position 1. Tiny shifts to 2. Then you start thinking about the scaling a little bit later on for Sumail. Because at some point in the next, 3-4 minutes, this Radiant team is going to start storming to...
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
Was that 4 bounty runes that were left over here?
No one was moving around. You said it. Wish we could see
a heat map, yeah. Kingslayer attempting to fight around save with that Earth Spirit ulti and the Tombstone. It quickly drops for DM on a make kill streak, finds the takedown on Saxo while Sep. He's battling with save and cuts through the trees to escape from the Prophet. Well, look who's coming in from the back end. Okay, he wants Seb real bad. Thompson trying to finish off save, nearly finds it.
Save, nicely done. Saves himself with the Urn of Shadows. Just enough heal.
Dire Vision knows that Save hasn't retreated yet, so Thompson's actually going to be able to lurk around and maybe find him. The one hidey hole that he's able to cut into, though, means Earth Spirit will not hunted.
Double rubble.
It feels like DM's having a pretty free game. 7,000 net worth. We've been praising the Dawnbreaker, the Necro, everyone else, but Nature's Prophet, top of the net worth right now with an Orchid, and he's about a third of his way towards a BKB.
This is a scaling core. Necro also could afford to get items that are not mid items in case it's needed, because you know that you will get the damage from your offlane.
Saxo, no tail. Gonna give away that they've got vision in the area, though.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Be surprised to see someone come and sentry that up. Kingslayer, there he is. Oh, he smokes under the vision. Mail holding high ground with his blink ready. GPK, he's got 1600 HP with strength shreds. Doesn't even pop his wand. Wrath of Nature bouncing forward. Sumail slowed down. The Ghost Shroud, but he blinks away. The Fated also there, but in comes Nightfall, the Dawnbreaker. Slaps down onto No Tail.
This time around, Radiance will be a bit delayed compared to the previous game, because you don't have Bounty Hunter, that extra goal coming out from the track. Dust.
Oh, hello. Dobson. Kick gets dodged. Is he going to try and roll? He's got the Sprout, the TP there, but he's not getting out thanks to Save holding the roll until the last second possible. No high fives for you. Just a Reaper Scythe to the back of the head.
They wanted him. That's a level 2 Necro ulti. Extra 25 seconds. Back in my days, Gary. Back in my days. Necro.
No buyback.
No buyback once he uses that. I believe that was tied to Ags, or was it just his ulti?
Oh, jeez, I can't remember now.
Sounds too powerful to ultimate.
Too long ago, man. Far too long ago. Well, OG making a move of their own. Mortimer's Kisses plus the Avalanche toss. Sumail, he debuts his Blink Dagger and picks off that big kill onto DM's Prophet. Mega kill streak and a lot of gold. 500 into the pockets of Sumail.
Klinks is not really a playmaker. So Tiny picked up a Blink Dagger, still go back to Echo Saber, No Tail getting caught once again.
He has forced out a Tombstone, and GBK is diving pretty deep here. Full HP No Tail, but there's no cavalry coming over the hills to save him. It looks like VP is still going to give up on it though.
I mean, this is just some top-tier stuff. His teammates need to dip him. But like 35 seconds.
It does mean False Promise is down for 100 seconds. Not sure how much that will matter though. Seb silenced up top. DM and Nightfall pairing up, but in comes Sumail, rolled upon himself. Now the Magnetize and the Centaur stop. The neutral's coming into play as the Dawnbreaker Starbreaker. Catching him out will claim Sumail.
It's OG against Virtus Pro against the Centaur
It feels
Conqueror.
good to be this good.
Would still die, but he helped out.
Every little helps. Really has become a game of buying time, cat and mouse
Radiant
for
are
OG.
scanning for enemies.
But this series has been one of the rare times where OG, they are the mice. They're not the cats chasing, running, batting away at people. They are hiding, cowering, waiting for their time to sneak out of the woodwork.
Seb about to finish his Helm of the Overlord.
Dyer's top tower is about to take the plunge.
GPK looking to finish off his Dagon. Hood, Kaya Sanj, Dagon queued. He knows what he wants to do. Kill the Aura. Well, a recipe away from Radiance. A pretty firm grasp on the mid and the top lane here from VP. Philosopher's Stone. Nice item there grabbed up as Saxa. Sprout cut through with a Quelling Blade on the Snapfire.
Gotta have it when you play against Nature's Prophet. And just keep it out.
Interesting that GPK and Kingslayer don't care about the Snapfire escaping. They want to go into mid. They really want to kill No Tail.
Ulti is available once again.
Promise, will he? False Promise. He turns back on the save with Saxa and kills him off. Reaper Scythe there, not fast enough from the No Tail Oracle. Fates Edicts himself, but he still has the False Promise to play with. As DM unable to silence him fast enough. The ulti comes from Oracle regardless, while Kingslayer has the help of Nightfall arriving and the Starbreaker bursting through Seb. The final click not coming through in
There's the
time.
stun.
And Sumail with the Avatos combo. Kisses landing, lava gobbled up and spat towards VP. GPK is being hunted down now. Sumail, Seb, and he's searing arrows from Thompson. Another Avatos combo, and OG fight back.
This is exactly the fight that they needed. Even though it's still a 5k gold lead for Virtus Pro, they needed this big fight. No Tail's doing so much. Like, there's a reason why throughout the Dota history, you know, people were banning out the Oracle. Double damage is here. So Klinks can't pick it up. Bottle is available.
Go grab it. Maybe kill off this tier 1 mid. But no.
They smoked under the ward.
Just
Work
like
down south.
your ships.
Seb does have this Helm of the Overlord, the longest tooltip in Dota 2 history. Especially now the Bloodstone one's gone.
Robo.
You talking to me? You talking to me?
The Grovo gonna go to Prophet.
Faces a stiff win.
Klinks found it, but decides to keep Ring of Aquila. A bit more damage.
Oh, there's another one there for Starbreaker, Dawnbreaker as well, I think.
Top tower is about
Yeah,
to
Prophet's
take
gonna have
the
one.
plunge. Dire are scanning
UPK
for
sat mid.
Dire's top
Essence
tower
Ring
is
adding to
under
his
attack.
repertoire of healing. But OG opting not to respond. The aggression of VP. Thompson and No Tail in that mid lane up against Save. They roll onto the Klinks and they dust him up. Heals and the Fates Edict in onto Thompson, but now he's disarmed, and that means GPK and Kingslayer. They're diving tier 3s. They're going into the OG base. They lose Save for the Reaper's Scythe. Not enough damage. Doesn't kill Thompson, and No Tail with a save. Keeps up the Klinks, and the turnaround from OG is here. Saxa aiming the tombstone. GPK, he's got enough left in the tank to keep playing forward, and Nightfall with the radiance damage burning through them all. Jumps onto No-Tail, clears up the Oracle. They toss GPK onto him. This Necro, he's just got so much heal. Tops him with a DD though, bursting through them. Oh, and Sumail with a double kill. Slaps down Nightfall.
Is under attack.
I don't know if GBK can escape now. Oracle has returned, a counter to the Necro arrives, and Sumail gets a triple.
Oh man, Virtus Pro, we gotta give him credit.
Why? What are you doing down bottom? You cheeky devils taking barracks.
They dove tier 3 towers, even tier 4 towers, while, you know, Seb's just doing his own thing on the bottom, managed to take the tier 3 tower, and I don't think he's gonna be able to kill the melee barracks. If he focused the melee barracks straight away, he could have gotten it.
Radiant's middle tower has
But
fallen.
buyback from No-Tail, he was keeping alive. Spells were not chained correctly. They were trying to silence the Oracle twice, didn't manage to do so, and Oracle just, you know, keeping himself alive and keeping Clinks alive.
It feels like OG are just on another level. Virtus Pro, you know, potentially outplaying here and there. Laning phase looks spectacular. They're getting items, they're building up momentum, and then OG just make one move and undoes everything. The unraveling Virtus Pro's game plan.
There's still a tier 2 tower. They were almost, I think they got hit by tier 4 towers considering how deep they were. They thought that they can't die, you know, this is what Virtus Pro historically struggled with. A bit over-aggression. Necro's super tanky, but they also need damage so that it actually kills him. And Oracle. Necrophos decided to upgrade the Death Seeker, get the shard. Very nice.
As long as we
Over
stay
the magic resist.
You talking to me?
Where Seb is again. Down bottom we go, boys.
Dire's middle tower
Let's
is
finish
under
off what we
pressure.
started. Half HP melee barracks, but Virtus Pro are getting ready for him. Nature's Prophet TP's in mid. Gets some good damage onto the tier 2. Not going to be able to finish it off just yet, though. Thanks to Thompson's positioning there. Hello. The roll in from Save. Nightfall's coming in. The Dawnbreaker's arrived, but Save is dead. Or the roll back. Not quite finished off just yet as the Mormous Kisses landing towards the Dawnbreaker while Kingslayer aims towards the Tiny. And that's the numbers advantage that Virtus Pro bring to the table.
GPK wanted that kill and some extra timer. Tiny's dead. This bottom lane is always going to be a problem because Seb will play there. You also have Clinks who can easily go there and just take the barracks. Got the shard, so that means Skeleton Wall creates 2 burning army skeletons and also getting closer to his Ags. Gonna be another problem. I feel... Maybe it's me, but I also have a feeling I'll keep forgetting that Dawnbreaker has a global ability. Every single time she uses ulti, I'm like, wow, I got surprised for a second.
Suddenly the Solar Guardian brings down those burning UV rays onto her opponents. Heals up her allies. It's my bad missing out on that bottom lane where DM kills Saxa, but Seb gets the better trade-off there. And he's closing in on that Aghanim Scepter that we were talking about in the draft, right? The ability to buff up this Tiny.
It might be Clinks that he's buffing up this time. Tiny's really not that farm. We'll see how it goes. It's still going to be good. He has a shard for himself, so doesn't need to use the tree grab.
He's still pretty far forward here, allowing Nightfall and Save to toy with him, rolling back and forth. But it's just attention being brought bottom, a lane that VP don't want to be in, as they're forced to defend over and over again. And it does leave them a little bit isolated in the mid lane. Fortune's End comes, the tombstone drop by Kingslayer will hold OG back for now.
This shard from Necro, a lot of value, using it on
Dire's
enemies,
middle tower has
using
been
the
denied.
magic resist, and they're becoming ethereal. They cannot attack.
There's no BKB on the Clinks, or the Lycan, or the Tiny. At least not for another 400 gold on Sumail.
This might be a mistake. Thompson you upgraded your treants, that's very good, but you're also giving Plinks a ton of damage and HP. Look at him, sitting at almost 400 and 3.4k HP.
Are scanning for enemies.
It feels good.
Amount of damage. Look at that, shreds through the creep waves. This game has been so action-packed, 25 minutes of brawling. We've not seen an attempt at Roshan yet. It will be started now by VP though. Into the pit, while OG don't really have a way across the map.
They're playing the bottom part of the map, trying to maybe finish off that barracks they started some time ago.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
Well, that's not what you like to see. GPK with an arcane rune. Well, doesn't
Glimmer
finish him
Gate.
off. The glimmer, yeah, you're right. Arcane rune though, so
我不理解。
cooldown.
With this kind of a build, Clink deals damage even if not there. Using just the burning army, getting out of the skeleton walk with the shard, still gonna be a ton of damage.
There's just spam. There's stuff on the floor. Lycan units, burning army, skeletons, all sorts of nonsense. And there's Tombstone on the enemy team, and Treants as well, but looks like that Undying getting dispatched with very quickly to this wolf-bitten Tiny. And now in a position where OG can actually move forward and play aggressively.
Bitten Tiny has 1,000 crit with the cleave from the tree grab. Oh! The sound is very satisfying. They also have a Solar Crest to buff up any of the 3 carries they want to use it on.
And again, we get to see this Tiny with a Fey Grenade. 3 minutes 40 seconds left on that Aegis for Nightfall.
Grenade sounds very good item on certain. It provides vision, so any of the invis units gonna be good. Tiny or Earthshaker
Dire's
with
bottom
Totem,
tower won't last long.
amazing.
I should. Time for VP to group up. Get some use out of this Aegis. Got their lanes in a pretty decent place right now, but the roll in from Save starts things off. The high ground
They'll
tombstone
silence.
perfectly placed. The Fate Edict nearly Save stops him, but they've got enough physical damage to rip through him regardless. While Seb and Saxa, they're on the run back to their high ground. No Oracle for a minute now, while Sumail gets bitten. Lycanthropy has turned him into a wolf. A big bad boy has come as the kisses come landing and collapsing onto GPK, but Nightfall, he's in the back lines. Avalanche tossed and killed. First life gone, with the Aegis claimed up. Sprouted Seb, the Lycan's caught, but it comes Sumail! Oh my god! He shreds through, saves Earth Spirit so quickly, and Nightfall, he's got to run. VP can't battle that kind of physical damage.
Oh, they had to use the buyback on
Dire's
Dobson.
bottom tower is under
Still,
attack.
no vision on the high
Sumail's
ground.
going back in. He's got a BKB. Oh, he's going
And
to try
he's
and
out.
TP. Nightfall spends the Solar Guardian.
Oh, these two teams are playing some really entertaining Dota. Using the Tombstone on the high ground where there was no vision. It was pretty much the full duration Tombstone. Earth Spirit was about to die and then pops a smoke just to keep himself alive from the burning army.
Lacoste.
I mean, they did a good job. Earth Spirit did a very nice silence on the Oracle, which means that Necro can use ulti. They will need to like either stay further behind or Glimmer possibly. Oracle.
They know there's no BKB. Oh, Sumail, can they save him with a Glimmer and the Cookie? In comes the Oracle, the false promise to save anything to stop Sumail from dying. I don't know if they can get the job done though. Yes, they can!
At the last second.
No Tail keeps him up and running. Now the toss back in. Thompson arriving. The damage shreds through GPK and OG hold. They defend their tier 2. And the Lycan, the double wolf, the wolf pack is coming.
Oh, Dobson.
7 Thompson in onto Kingslayer. Undying will be your 3rd casualty for VP as OG stamp their mark on this game.
Oh, this is Like the double wolf.
Look at him! He's going! He's gonna get him! Save! Oh, the block on there!
Right in
Roll
front of him.
across, kicks him away, but Save
Turning
still
barrage.
gonna get caught out! No! He rolls to the right.
And just not enough damage at this point, but Thompson's still chasing, trying to find him. Scan, connect. Dyer also using a scan, both scan. Actually connecting.
They're gonna find him. Go on, Thompson. You know you want it. You're hungry for it. He sees the path cut and carved through the trees, but the Ghost Scepter, it's there and it defends him against everything.
Ghost Scepter, one of the items. So let's see who decides to get the Nullifier. It seems like it's gonna be Seb because they're definitely gonna need it. Like Silenced Oracle. Look at this. Half second later,
Can't believe it.
he dies. I mean, Sumail still died, but managed to get some damage. Got a good stun off. GPK melts if he uses a Ghost Shroud.
I don't know, man. It's the TI Grand Final quality teams right here.
And strategies. We've seen ways to buff up your carry. Wolf Bite, Solar Crest. You name it, just have an Oracle behind him.
OG, thirsty for blood, but under a VP ward. Tombstone ready. Save, aiming, angling and targeting towards anyone he can roll on. Won't find OG yet. Retreating to their side. Triangle high ground is where they'll be for now. And a gem on Earth Spirit means Thompson's escape wasn't quite as simple as he would have liked.
Also a gem on Oracles. Like, you want to be able to get gem fast as possible in most scenarios. Lycan, Blinks. You can't smoke. Wolves are going to be super annoying all the time, revealing your position. Being able to get rid of the wards. Closer to level 25. Still level 23. Also closer to Scotty. That's going to be a one. Necro and Undying.
Spot Thompson clearing that mid-wave. Smoke will come to naught though. And we still have at least a minute and a half wait until Roshan. Virtus Pro cutting mid, pushing top, preparing themselves so that for the push onto high ground. But again, divert our eyes to bottom lane. This is Seb's home.
Virtus Pro's getting ready.
This is where he's built up. Nice push into the melee rack. Save, rolling straight onto Oracle. Stunning no tail. Fortune's in there and holding the false promise. Still has a blink to play with. And OG, full retreat mode. Reverse gear and get the hell out of here. Sumail aiming for DM and that damage is absolutely insane. Cleaved and crit in twain while Nightfall, he's nearly dead to the skeleton army. They'll try and heal him up with GPK. Sumail's going diving in deep and he gets a double. DM buys back, but OG have the BKBs. Melee rack still standing. Little Wolf Boy, Sabby Boy gets himself back to low ground, and OG, they reset, recalibrate, and rethink what they want to do. Melee barracks is what they'll claim. And now,
Dawnbreaker try to turn around, use Satanic, but Wolf just too powerful.
DM bought back.
DM bought back.
Can they find
Almost managed to kill the tower. Cookie on Oracle. Usually you don't see that very aggressive. Roshan may respawn in 10 seconds. They're gonna take the outpost back. This is a big, big fight. Kingslayer bought back. Same goes for DM.
the Roshan time alike, because there is a double damage rune right outside.
Minute 15 seconds.
DD.
They want to give it to Tiny.
DD.
Solar Crest, Shard, DD, Tiny. That is bitten.
Smoke.
But is fully vaccinated. Can get rabies.
Very good. Waiting for Roche. Under hide inside. Bonus damage. A little bit nuts. Here.
Glimmer Cape, Solar Crest,
Here
DD.
he comes.
Whatever he finds, that just straight up dies.
Oh, 1600! Okay! Wait, another one? Another one? Nah, DM's gone. Save is gone. Jeez Louise, but that's now 1 minute with no one dying.
This is too powerful. I mean,
Here comes VP. Roll onto Thompson. Reaper sights in. Thompson's still alive. Where's the save? No! There's no false promise. Cookie's too late. Thompson down for 2 minutes.
No-tail was not close enough. He was on a different side of the map. Dawnbreaker hit level 25. 2-Starbreaker charges. Has a shard on top of it, so that means Magic Immunity Starbreaker. Roshan is up. Thompson, no buyback for 20 seconds, and also needs gold for it.
And they're going to defend top lane as well.
Is about to take
DM has shoved that in wonderfully. So OG's attention moved across the map, and Saxa rolled upon by Save. Now 2 heroes short, and it looks like No-Tail's going to get burst down as well.
feet of clay.
Oh man, I love this game. Just back and forth, this whole series. You don't know what's gonna happen. And, teams playing for fun, it seems.
Hey, looking at buybacks now, Tiny and Earth Spirit, the only two with it. Everyone's been spending their money for big items or buying back non-stop. 25 to 24. Net worth difference, sod all, there's nothing in it. Dead even game. But this second Roshan could be what makes the big difference between these two teams here in game 2.
That's a shard. Undying does not have a shard, and also Earth Spirit does not have a shard.
Immortality.
Earth Spirit shard's a bit garbage, isn't it?
I mean, it's okay. I mean, it makes Magnetize more powerful, you get more stones.
I guess so. Don't know, man. Undying shard. Just the cooldown. Supreme for Kingslayer.
Cooldown plus a zombie.
Hello, save. He's walked into death's door here. It looks like a Sumail is in wolf form and BKB'd. Nightfall, but that Solar Guardian moves forward with another fire on GPK. They've got the way to burst through. And the Ghost Shroud's gone. I mean, Sumail finds the crits. Now Nightfall's the one in trouble. BKB at the ready with a Satanic 2. Zombies are chasing them all across the map, but Kingslayer, another nullifier from Seb means his life is cut short. And Nightfall, he's Satanic up, but Sumail just keeps on chasing. No-Tail now comes in. And this poor Dawnbreaker.
You can't even BKB TP out.
The wolf is at your door. Saxa's here. Spider legs are good. Cookie not landing. Nightfall escaping. Celestial Hammer gets a bit of distance. She's not allowed to escape this. OG won't allow it. They're still trying to close the gap, but they've got to give up.
For the buildings. That fight without Klings, and they just straight up won it. Tiny, insane amount of attack speed coming up from the Moon Shard, the Solar Crest, the Frenzy, also from the Ancient Thunderhide.
Cliff out from VP as it looked like Thompson was hunting for DM. Aegis on the Nature's Prophet. No, they didn't have buyback. Sumail needs saving here. Fate's Edict, but holding the false promise.
They have
No-Tail waiting and
save.
biding his time.
Keys, Force Staff, plus Oracle.
Well, Sumail's gone in with the Avatos combo. Tried to change the Nightfall, but the Satanic Starbreaker keeps her up and running. Kingslayer leave. There we go. Slap him down, and Dying's gone. 45 seconds without him, and the tier 3 is crumbling.
The cleave is too powerful with Tiny.
I mean, Nightfall, he's just gone straight into his own demise. Buyback's available, but GPK's in trouble now. The Morma's Kisses, long-range artillery landing on his head. Oh, the silence on Sumail. They've got still, it's No-Tail Oracle in behind, but there's Save. Catching with a stun of the silence. Look for the Oracle and kill him off. Now there's no false promise, so TP's required out from OG. GPK, Reaper's Scythe is there.
Gone for a minute and 25 seconds. Buybacks had to be used. Oracle did not want to buy back there, so they need to defend. Man, what is this serious? Just
Radiant are scanning for
so
enemies.
much stuff happening. Like we have
It's 2 Rams just bashing heads together.
Flank's gone still for a few minutes. Buyback is available. Dawnbreaker in that engagement did pop the BKB.
You know what the funniest thing to me is?
No.
Prophet still has Aegis. After all these fights, Prophet still has Aegis. Jeez Louise. I mean, this is just OG scrambling to TP out, escape and run as quick as they can, but GPK with that Reaper scythe, shutting the door on him. Oh, mid lane, back into the game. Saved down to half HP. He's E-bladed, goes up himself. Nightfall chasing Saxa. Sumail has killed off GPK on the left side of the fight, while the snapfire found by Nightfall ends in a 1-for-1. But it's a buyback from Thompson and a double kill for Tiny. He's got 5,000 HP, Moonshard and DM. Oh, can they stun him? Anything to stop the BKB TP.
He tried to go for it. Lost the tree. Gotti on Tiny. I don't think I've ever saw that item.
Scardy on Tiny. He's holding that little crit in his backpack as well.
Once that becomes a big crit, it goes into inventory. You eat the moon shard.
Yeah. Welcome to the danger zone. DM playing a very risky game up here. Oh, I saw that. Will create a couple of greater treants, quickly removed from the game by Thompson. We knew this was going to happen, Lecoq.
Yeah, I mean, we predicted it at the start.
50-minute game.
Casual. I mean, I don't mind. I'm really enjoying it. I'm not talking a lot. Sometimes I forget I'm at actual
I'm just watching.
work. Yeah, this is I should say something, but you know, I'm just sitting there chilling, enjoying good Dota.
Every once in a while I look up and I just see Lacoste staring longingly, longingly at the screen. Oh, Dota 2, my one true love.
Is on the rocks.
Ascetics cap. Not something Seb wants. Sends it all the way back. Dash.
Oracle with the Psychic Headband. Can keep the distance. Trying to farm up Eon this. We're gonna keep him alive. Status resist. Alive so he can keep others alive.
They're trying to bring down Radiant's top tower.
DD rune.
Careful not to show. Like, one Nature's Prophet ulti.
Radiant's
It could
top
proc Eon
tower
this.
is
How
on
many
the
times have we seen DD rune spawn
DD
top?
is
Like seriously,
just there.
It's permanent.
Exists.
Permanent fixture. Thompson. Oh dear. Oh dear. There's the Reaper side.
160.
160 seconds. And OG, they're still going to look to fight even without their Thompson clinks. Sumail's there, but not enough damage to bring down Nightfall. A DD Dawnbreaker turning and hitting into the Lycan creeps. Seb, Sumail in the pit, but GPK has so much heal. Gets the Ghost Shroud off, and there's nothing to stop him now. Sumail trapped in the Sprout. He's gone for 100.
Buyback is available for Sumail. No, very surprised they decided to take a fight. It was double damage Dawnbreaker. No tail.
Give him the high five.
Won't last long.
Nightfall picks up a killing spree. 2 heroes dead with buyback on OG. Virtus Pro in the driving seat potentially now. Seb scouted, found by DM. Silenced up with no BKB. He's going to go and try for the TP. Yeah, easily makes it home.
Black Dragon, easy 2 gold. Top of it. Also trying to go for Satanic.
Is this where VP can end the game though, Lacoste?
Dyer's middle tower.
Quinks is dead, still for 86 seconds.
Can they go tier 4s and end? OG, hold that idea for a couple of seconds. Glyph expended. Nightfall loses about half of his HP. As the Satanic though. As OG look to mount their defense of this mid lane. Tier 3 or tier 4's under attack. The onslaught's coming from Virtus Pro. But the big bad Wolfie, he's biting people, and Sumail's in onto DM, and the BKB though allows him to stand his ground, stay alive, while Notel forced to false promise himself. Cookie off to the right hand side, but Virtus Pro, they're giving chase. They know they have the numbers advantage now inside the OG base. And there we go. GPK picks up Notel and forces the buyback.
30 seconds, still without clinks.
Tier 4s are falling, but is it fast enough? OG are throwing everything they can at VP at this point. Cookie, Kisses, Tiny Avatars. They combo up safe, but it's just not enough. GPK
Buyback.
grabs the double. Sumail's down and out. There is no more action for OG to have here. Virtus Pro in a 5v2. Grab up that tier 4. But no, the creep wave. They need save to bring it into the base. GPK, he chases in. Saxa down again. Ultra for GPK. And
Thompson.
I don't know if Thompson can do this, man. Look us, it's over. Thompson's down and out. Virtus Pro finally have cracked it.
Oh man, what a game. What a game. He was dead for too long. Like, Thompson spent the almost full 3 minutes dead after he was Reaper sided in that fight.
And Seb trying his best he can with a nullifier and whatever he can dish out to VP. But a massive GPK Necro shuts the door on OG and they tie things up 1-1. The most exciting draw in all of gaming's history.
Yeah. He could have done whatever he wanted.